Cyprus was in the Sea of Marmara 4 million years ago. There was no Sea of Marmara then. The Aegean Sea did not join the Black Sea. Exactly 4 million years ago, Cyprus separated from the Sea of Marmara. It came to the Aegean, and from there to the Mediterranean Sea, where it is today. When Cyprus was in the Sea of Marmara, there were no humans. God Almighty had not created man. He did not create Homocephaly, Neanderthal. Hazrat Adam and Mother Eve did not exist in the world. Cyprus left the Marmara region, in today's Eastern Mediterranean. When substituted, the first man was born. Dear friends, the first man was born in Africa, following the Nile Basin from Lake Victoria. It went up north. It is thought to have spread from there to the world. That's wrong. The first man came from the Marmara region and spread from Cyprus to the whole world. From Cyprus to Hatay in the first direction, it was to spread to Karamanmara, Sanliurfa, and from there to the world. Cyprus. The island of Crete separated it from the Marmara region. The Cretan arc line continuously triggered earthquakes from the Aegean Sea. For 1 to 2 million years, these earthquakes created fractures in the Sea of Marmara, and this fracture was in the shape of Cyprus, right in the middle of the Marmara region. From the sides where it broke, and then from the bottom as well, water from the Black Sea and water from the Aegean Sea. It went inside the flanks of Cyprus. It went under Cyprus and our dear friends, the Dardanelles. On both sides of the island. Still, Cyprus could not get out of here. There were extreme earthquakes on the Marmara seafloor and in the Marmara region. These earthquakes pushed Cyprus through the Dardanelles. The Karpaz region was inside the Dardanelles. The rest of Cyprus was inside today's Marmara Sea. The BAF today is exactly in Istanbul. It coincides with the Bosphorus. Your Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus coincides with Çanakkale, Balıkesir, Bursa, Izmit, and Istanbul. The south of Cyprus coincides with Tekirdağ, Istanbul, and Çanakkale. Dear friends, Cyprus left the Marmara region. When it left, it dragged Lesbos with it. It dragged Rhodes, it dragged all the islands of the Aegean Sea. He took them all out of the Marmara region. He took Lesbos right away. He left it under the Dardanelles. He left Rhodes near Mongolia. He left the other islands in the Aegean Sea. And he went and settled in the Eastern Mediterranean, which was left completely empty for him. You know how you wait 9 months for your baby to be born? You prepare a bedroom for it, an empty cradle for it, and Almighty Allah prepared a room for Cyprus 4 million years ago. That is why there is no island in the Eastern Mediterranean from Crete onwards except Cyprus. It was given there by Allah. It was a room set for Cyprus, or a cradle. Dear friends, islands in the Aegean Sea, blood droplets that fall from the baby's cord after it leaves the mother's womb. They clot, and they become the islands of the Aegean Sea, Lesbos Island. It is the placenta in the womb, where the baby feeds. And look at Lesbos today. It looks like a saddlebag. What's in the saddlebag? Nutrients. Cyprus's exit from Marmara is not only a geological event, it is also a biological event. Mothers have babies coming out of their wombs. It's when the females of animals have babies come out of their wombs. The emergence of Cyprus from the Marmara region is not only a geological and biological phenomenon, it's a religious phenomenon. It is Noah's flood. Noah's Ark, dear friends, came out of the Marmara region. Noah's Ark is the island of Cyprus itself. Only a ship the size of the island of Cyprus can accommodate a pair of all animal species. And the food and natural environment that will last those animals for days can only be realized with an island the size of Cyprus.
A sample of each type of seed, a sample of each type of soil needs an ark the size of Cyprus.
Noah's flood, Noah's ark. It is the exit of the island of Cyprus from the Marmara region. The exit of Cyprus from Marmara was not easy. It was incredibly difficult. Kusuruna needed Myla. Earthquakes were needed. Noah's ark came out in the same way. The baby that stayed in the mother's womb for 9 months, he also comes up with incredible storms and earthquakes. Go ask the baby. Or you can understand the state of the baby. You too once came out of your mother's womb. What a nightmare that was. Your ship went under the water, it went above the water, it was not clear whether it was day or night. There were earthquakes. What were these earthquakes? The mother's womb contracted. The uterine fluid inside the uterus shook and rippled, and you were thrown out. It came out. Dear friends, Cyprus, the exit from the Marmara region is the birth of the first human being from the mother's womb. Baby girls. They live in southern Cyprus. Male babies live in the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Homosexuals live in these too. They live in the middle line that divides the region, dear friends. This corresponds to the Bursa Tekirdağ line in the Marmara Sea. Anatolia, the mother of Cyprus. Cyprus is the father of the island of Crete, Anatolia, and the island of Crete are husband and wife. The Marmara region is the womb of Anatolia. The island of Crete proves this with the legend of the Strait of Minos. Inside the labyrinth and under the island of Crete, the offspring of the Strait of Minos is the Minotaur. Crete is male. The bull that roams over Crete is male energy. The bull calf living in the labyrinth under the island of Crete is the sperm production power in the testicles. That bull calf comes out every 72 days. It stomps its feet on the shores of Crete facing the Aegean coast. 300 million peat bats come out. The peat bats come across the Aegean to Sanakkale. Sanakkale does not let them pass. Only 52 are allowed to cross to the Sea of Marmara. The most intelligent and agile of those 52, it enters the mature mother's egg. And so, in the womb, the first implantation takes place. The implanted egg is in the uterine wall for 1 month, dear friends. After 1 month, it leaves the uterine wall. It starts to move freely during intrauterine. Look at the map of Istanbul. You will see an ultrasound image of a 1-month-old baby in the mother's womb attached to the uterine wall. Forehead, Beylikdüzü, eye, Küçük Sekmece, nose, Bakırköy mouth, Zeytinburnu chin, Sarayburnu strait, Bosphorus chest, Üsküdar, Kadıköy, Kartalbeli Gebze, and the navel is Tuzla. Because Tuzla is Nekap when the umbilicus is cut, and the baby's faith board is Sedef Island, Buyukada Kinaliada Burgazada. Haybale is the island, and in the Sea of Marmara is the mother who will feed this baby. Look at that mother. She faces Istanbul, I mean her baby, and look at that baby. Its lips also look at its mother's nipples. His mother is the mountain ranges in the Sea of Marmara. After a month of development, the baby leaves the uterine wall and remains in the uterine fluid for another 8 months. It continues to live. By the end of its 9th month, it fills the Marmara Sea. It even pushes its limits. Dear friends, after his 9th month, he wants to go out of the Dardanelles with his head. He puts his feet in Istanbul. He pushes himself with his feet. But his head has difficulty getting out of the Dardanelles. It is impossible for a baby in the womb to come out unless the womb contracts and relaxes. That's why the womb needs to contract and relax. The womb itself is a collection of muscles. It contracts and relaxes, and the baby, it comes out of the Dardanelles. It leaves the Aegean Sea. It lands in the Mediterranean Sea in the cradle reserved for it. The floor of the Sea of Marmara is made of muscles, fault lines. Fault lines are the muscles in the womb. Dear friends, Cyprus is the offspring of Anatolia. That's why it is a baby homeland. Anatolia is its mother. That is why it is the motherland. Crete, the husband of Anatolia, enters the Aegean Sea and pushes its trenches. That's why it's called Crete. Crete's name is create, so create, creation, creation, creation. There are women, there are men. Of course it will help to create. Dear friends, Anatolia's egg. The woman's egg is under the maiden's tower.
And the father's trenches come from Crete. And we need the soul. The soul enters our four-dimensional space from the fifth dimension. Then it enters the atmosphere of our Earth.
It comes to the Caucasus forests of Georgia. At the top of the highest cypress is the golden fleece.
If the soul is going to a male baby, it takes the golden ram's hide. If it goes to a baby girl, it takes the golden sheepskin. He swims in the Black Sea in the Black Sea. It passes through the Bosphorus. It waits at the foot of the Maiden's Tower for 52 days. Our souls arrive 52 days before the sperm enters the egg. And
they wait in the womb, so they wait under the Maiden's Tower in the Sea of Marmara. They're waiting for Truvat.
When the woman is incorporated into her egg under the Maiden's Tower, the spirit immediately takes the golden fleece from her hand. He lays it on the fertilized egg. Sperm is a myth. He enters as Truvat. The mother egg enters mythology. It enters as Ilion Castle. There is a distance of 100 meters from the Maiden's Tower to Uspudar. A fertilized egg can cover that distance in 36 hours. Dear friends, the surface area of Cyprus is 9,250 km². The surface area of the Marmara Sea is 11,350 km². Take the islands in the Aegean Sea and combine them. You get 11,350 square kilometers. Cyprus, Anatolia, Crete.
Noah's Ark babies.
Offspring of animals. See, the nasal is formed in the subconscious, and dear friends, Marmara is also the womb of states. Hence, the father of all states is Crete, and the mother is Anatolia. States complete their womb processes in the Marmara region in 9 years. In the Iliad epic, the whip war continues for 9 years. In the 10th year, the war ends. Aeneas, who comes out of there, establishes the Roman Empire, the foundation of Rome. It takes 9 years. Your mother womb develops in 9 years. Your Republic of Turkey also completed the process of Mother Rami in 9 years. On March 18th, 1915, in the Iliad epic, Anatolia conceived the Republic of Turkey. 1915, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 20, 21, 22. On October 29th, 1923, the Republic of Turkey was founded in 9 years. States, they spend 9 years in the Sea of Marmara. People spend 9 months in the Marmara Sea in the processes of the mother's womb. Dear friends, if the baby in the mother's womb is to be born healthy, it goes from the Sinarkali Strait to the Aegean and then to the Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean means life. What does the head of the Aegean Sea mean? Sinarkali Strait means the cervix. The Sea of Marmara is the womb. What about the Bosphorus and Kilios? If the baby in the mother's womb cannot be born healthy, it will die. It goes through the Bosphorus to the Black Sea because the Black Sea means death. The Sea of Marmara has 2 gates, the Ilios Gate and the Kilios Gate. Ilios is where Ilion Sinarkali comes to life. Kilios is from there to life. Kialmerk is the example in English. Rifik Korkmaz, subconscious symbol language training size. Cyprus, Anatolia, Crete, Marmara, ideas, the birth of Noah. Tell about the birth of man, the birth of the idea of the animal, the birth of the states. My greetings and respect to all of you. May our moon beyond be eternal.